Good day, everyone. Our group was tasked to go over Ayala Corporation's 2020 annual report, and based on that report, we will provide answers to the following questions. First off, we will identify the different business units of Ayala Corporation as well as to discuss their products. Ayala Land Incorporated is a unit immersed in the real estate and hotel business. They are involved in the development and sale of residential, leisure, and commercial lots as well as in leasing of retail and office space and land in these communities. They are also involved in the construction and sale of residential condominiums and office buildings, the development of industrial and business parks, development and sale of high-end, upper middle income and affordable and economic housing, in strategic land bank management, in hotel, cinema and theater operations, and lastly in construction and property management. Up next is the Bank of the Philippine Islands, or widely known as BPI. They are dedicated to financial services and insurance. Such services include, first, deposit taking and cash management for savings and time deposits in local and foreign currencies, for payment services, card products, fund transfers, international trade settlement and remittances from overseas workers. Second, in lending, for corporate, consumer mortgage, leasing, and agribusiness loans. Third, in asset management, for portfolio management, unit funds, trust administration, and estate planning. Fourth, in securities brokerage, for online stock trading. Fifth, in foreign exchange and capital market investments, for securities dealing. Sixth, in corporate services, for corporate finance and consulting services. Seventh, in investment banking, for trust and investment services. Eighth, a fully integrated bank assurance operations for life, non-life, pre-need and reinsurance services, and other services such as internet banking, foreign exchange, and safety deposit facilities. Ayala Corporation's business unit involved in telecommunications is Globe Telecom Incorporated. Globe Telecom is a provider of digital wireless communication service using a fully digital network. They also provide domestic and international long-distance communication services or carrier services, broadband internet, and wireline voice and data communication services. They are also licensed to establish, install, operate, and maintain a nationwide local exchange carrier or LEC service. This business unit's operations include developing, designing, administering, managing, and operating software applications and systems, including systems designed for the operations of bill payment and money remittance, payment facilities through various telecommunication systems operated by telecommunications carriers in the Philippines. Manila Water Company Incorporated is a contractor to manage, operate, repair, decommission, and refurbish all fixed and mobile assets, except certain retained assets required to provide water delivery, sewerage and sanitation, distribution services, pipeworks, used water management, and management services. Ayala Corporation's Industrial Technologies business unit is AC Industrial Technologies Incorporated. They are a global provider of electronics manufacturing services and power semiconductor assembly and test services with manufacturing facilities in Asia, Europe, and North America. For power services, AC Energy and Infrastructure Corporation builds a portfolio of power generation assets using renewable and conventional technologies, which in turn will operate business of generating, transmission of electricity, distribution of electricity, and supply of electricity, including the provision of related services. Among of Ayala Corporation's business unit involved in automotive, outsourcing, and others are AC Infrastructure Holdings Corporation, Ayala Healthcare Holdings Incorporated, iPeople, and AC Ventures. These business units include operations of automotive units business on manufacturing, distribution, sale and providing repairs and services for passenger cars and commercial vehicles. This segment includes industrial manufacturing activity for long-term synergy and integration with the automotive business. This segment also includes outsourcing services unit to venture capital for technology businesses and emerging markets, for onshore and offshore outsourcing services in the research, analytics, legal, electronic discovery, document management, finance and accounting, full-service creative and marketing, human capital management solutions, and full-service accounting. They are also involved in being an international unit providing investments in overseas property companies and projects. Also in aviation for air chartered services, in consultancy, in agribusiness, and other operating companies. This business segment group also include the companies for infrastructure, the development arm for various types of infrastructure. Also in education, in human capital resource management, and in health services. Secondly, for each business unit of Ayala Corporation, provide an example of a business risk it faces, and then describe an example of a control that could be used to reduce the business risk your group has identified. For the real estate and hotel business unit comprising Ayala Land, one of the business risks it faces is political risk. The control we suggest is to closely monitor and track whether permits are renewed with strict compliance in terms of the deadlines to avoid penalty and delay fees. The second business unit is the Financial Services and Insurance, which includes BPI, or the Bank of the Philippine Islands. It faces credit risk. The following are examples of control that could be used. First is a rigorous customer background check to see credit worthiness. Second is setting appropriate and accurate credit limits. Lastly, maintain appropriate credit administration for monitoring. For Globe Telecom, a business risk applicable is IT, or Informations and Technology risk. To control this, they must perform routinary and regular systems checkups, troubleshooting, maintenance, and change controls. Fourth is the Water Business Unit comprising Manila Water. Operational risk is one of the business risks it faces. A control that can be used is continuous implementation, monitoring, and management of short and medium-term water source development projects to ensure adequate raw water supply. The Industrial Technologies, which includes AC Industrials, faces a product liability business risk. Thorough checking and management of the supply acquisition and production process can be used to ensure product viability, quality, and effectivity. Sixth is the Power Business Unit comprising AC Energy. One business risk it faces is climate and weather risk. A control that could be used is to ensure that windmills and solar panels are properly installed to withstand harsh weather and climate conditions. The last business unit is automotive, outsourcing, and others. AC Infrastructure faces performance risk. To control, ensure active involvement of automotive mechanics to perform procedural and routinary checkups and troubleshooting of modes of transportation involved. For AC Health, one of the business risks applicable is compliance risk. One control that could be used is to routinely check and closely monitor new normal services like on-site vaccinations, and drive-by specimen collection to ensure actual compliance with COVID-19 health protocols. For iPeople, security risk is one of the business risks it faces. To control, strengthen monitoring and security of websites, academic portals, video recordings, and other online systems to ensure safety from data breaches. AC Ventures faces market risk. A control that could be used is to secure tracking and monitoring of funds invested in the market, as well as constantly checking volatility of trends.
For number 3, we are asked to categorize the strategies being focused on for each business unit. Competitive strategies for market leadership. First is operational excellence, wherein leaders in the area of operational excellence are strongly centralized with strong organizational discipline in a standardized rule-based operation. Second is customer intimacy, a business strategy based around high attention to customer needs, and it measures companies' alignment and prioritization of those needs. This may involve close contact and outreach to customers across a range of different channels, focuses on offering a unique range of customer services that allows for the personalization of service and the customization of products to meet differing customer needs. Often, companies who pursue this strategy bundle services and products into a solution designed specifically for the individual customer. And last, product leadership. A competitive strategy aims to build a culture that continuously brings superior products to market. Here, product leaders achieve premium market prices thanks to the experience they create for their customers. The business unit's strategy and their justification. First is real estate and hotel, and under this classification is Ayala Land. Their strategy is focused on customer intimacy. To justify, Ayala Land Incorporation used a 5-point action plan which are the following. First, financial sustainability, in which is achieved in improving fiscal year 2020 net debt to 0.74 times and lowered capex to 64 billion from original target of 100 billion. Second, protecting the workforce is achieved through granting access to healthcare and enabled work from home arrangements. Third, serving our customers is achieved through 5,000 Ayala Property Management Corporation personnel on site across 253 managed properties, maximize digital platforms across all businesses. Fourth, helping the community, Ayala aims to provide a total of 7.2 billion financial support and constructed COVID-19 facilities and swabbing booths. Fifth, thinking ahead to recover is achieved through preparing the organization for reintegration. In summary, their 5-point action plan is based on high attention to customer needs and involves close contact and outreach to customer across a range of different channels, which justifies the business strategy we had identified. Second, under their Financial Services and Insurance Business Unit is Bank of the Philippine Islands or BPI. Their strategy is focused on customer intimacy. The following are their strategies. First, achieve asset growth in high-margin businesses by continued focus on SME, consumer and microfinance lending. Second, strengthen funding franchise by growing deposits and improving their CASA ratio or current and savings account ratio. Third, rationalizing distribution channels by rebalancing traditional and digital channels. Fourth, increase digital platform active users by increasing the number of active users of digital banking platforms for retail and business clients. Based on their strategies, we can say that they focused on customer intimacy because their strategy allows for personalization of service. For instance, BPI values customers' preference whether it will be traditional or banking. For their business unit under telecommunications is Globe Telecom. Their strategy is focused on customer intimacy. Their strategies were: first, accelerate network rollout by delivering their commitment to provide the best network experience. Second, serve our new customers by knowing customers deeply to enrich digital lives and services. Third, expand our digital ecosystem by creating value through relevant services and solutions for Filipino consumers and business beyond connectivity. Lastly, purpose-driven organization by empowering a high-performing workforce focused on our vision for the nation. We can say that they are focused on customer intimacy because of their strategies are based around high attention to customer needs, such as knowing their customers deeply to be able to create the service they need. Fourth is water. Under this classification is Manila Water. The strategy they used is focused on operational excellence. To justify, here are the following strategies they used. First, advocate for water security and sustainability, which ensure completion of water system projects and interim water sources and 24/7 availability. Second, advocate for environmental sustainability through committed wastewater service obligations, which aims to expand the capacity and coverage of wastewater services across the enterprise and ensure completion of wastewater system and sanitation projects and efficient utilization of existing wastewater treatment plants. In summary, these strategies justify operational excellence since they focused on low cost and maximizing the efficiency of services they provide. Fifth business unit under industrial technologies is AC Industrials. Their strategy is focused on operational excellence. The following are their strategies. First is legacy, larger scale operations, in which it aims to strengthen and optimize Ayala's at-scale operations in electronics manufacturing and automotive distribution and retail. Second, new growth operations, which aims to scale up recently acquired businesses that boost and complement the larger scale operating units. Third, high-tech investments, which aims to provide financial and strategic support to unlock the potential of our investments in high-potential technologies. To conclude, we can say that AC Industrial strategies focus more on operational excellence since it aims to automate manufacturing processes and work procedures to streamline operations and to reduce cost. Furthermore, the strategy itself leads to high-volume, transaction-oriented, and standardized production. Sixth business unit under power is AC Energy. Their strategy is focused on operational excellence. For the justification, the following are their stated strategies. First, energy transition. This will be done by growing the renewables portfolio, complemented by peaking plants in the short to medium term and battery storage over the medium to long term, and to provide the most affordable, reliable, and sustainable energy. Second, expand in high-growth regional markets. This will be done through renewable growth in key markets with attractive ratings and ambitious climate policies. And the Philippines will continue to be the company's core market, which aim to be the largest listed renewables platform in Southeast Asia. Lastly, leverage strategic partnerships to complement internal development capabilities in which their aim is to establish network of strong industry partners and banking relationships. Operational excellence is justified by most of the strategies since they focus on efficiency, such as renewable energy growth in key markets and lowering costs by providing the most affordable, reliable, and sustainable energy. The seventh business under automotive, outsourcing, and others is AC infrastructure. Their strategy is focused on operational excellence. It can be implied that the strategy they've performed is operational excellence because of the following reasons. First, AC infrastructure ensures high levels of efficiency for operating companies under government concession by delivering consistent levels of service and continuing to exceed key performance. Second, expanding portfolio in infrastructure by developing end-to-end logistics supply chain portfolio with planned market entry into contract logistics and freight forwarding. Also, identifying opportunities to support growth of evolving and disruptive business models. To summarize, the strategy they had performed can be considered as operational excellence because of how they give importance to ensuring high level of efficiency when it comes to operations. The eighth business unit is AC Health. Their strategy is focused on product leadership. For the justification, the following strategies used by the business are shown. First, establish leadership in the pharma space. Their aim is to strengthen medicine supply chain and expand medicine portfolio. Second, be the largest integrated care delivery network in the country across primary, specialty, and multi-specialty platforms, which aims AC's healthcare delivery. Third, invest in health technology solutions that enable synergy across AC Health, in which their goal is to invest in healthcare technology. Fourth, build the AC Health portfolio, which aims to build healthcare ecosystem across the continuum of care. With this, we can say that they are focused on product leadership since they bring superior products and services to the market such as pharma space, healthcare ecosystems, and more. Here, product leaders achieve premium market prices thanks to the experience they create for their customers. The ninth business unit is iPeople. Their strategy is focused on customer intimacy. The following are their strategies. First, implement a hybrid model of distance and on-site learning. It can be achieved by ensuring that each school runs engaging programs for both distance and partial face-to-face learning, while core transactions can be done off-site, shifting to the new normal. Second, improve learning outcomes, and it can be measured by students' performance in exams, employability, external quality assurance, and recognition. And lastly, deploy synergies across the IPO system to improve students' value proposition, and efficiency can be made by leveraging schools' strength and shareholders. Customer intimacy can be justified by their aforementioned strategies since it is based on how to provide a wide, unique range of customer services to each individual customer. Also, to provide solutions designed specifically for the individual customer. The last business unit is AC Ventures. Their strategy is focused on operational excellence. AC Ventures use the following strategies. First, enable new opportunities for the Ayala Group, which aims to invest in adjacent business that complement the group's portfolio. Second, gear up tech businesses for scale and profitability. This will be done by supporting tech investees to attain sustainable and profitable growth. And lastly, strengthen AG Holdings offshore investments, which their goal is to manage offshore investments to maximize gains for Ayala. In conclusion, the strategy is focused on operational excellence since it stressed on applying methodologies that is focused on the sustainable improvement of outstanding performance when it comes to managing offshore investments. For number 4, we are asked to identify one corporate social responsibility program of Ayala Corporation and discuss whether it is a good program or not. We are also asked to provide suggestions on how to improve such program and the reason behind our suggestions. The Profuturo program is one of Ayala's corporate social responsibility established in 2017 in collaboration with its global partner, Spain's Profuturo Foundation and World Vision Foundation International. Profuturo is a good program as it aims to improve the quality of education for boys and girls through digital education. It uses digital technology to provide access to quality, transformational, and universal education. Through it, access to equal opportunities for boys and girls in a more inclusive and global society. With this undertaking, Profuturo aims to become a reference for transformation and innovation in education, improve teachers' training, and educate millions of children through technology. It focuses on enhancing teachers' skills, methods, and competencies, and leveraging digital technologies. As a digital education initiative, Profuturo aims to supplement and improve the standard DepEd curriculum. It also seeks to empower the teacher as an advocate for transformative learning in the classroom. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, schools are closed, highlighting the importance of digital education access. With this, 2 suggestions were made to improve the Profuturo program. One is to have an enhanced education system for the beneficiary schools and have an application that consists of educational learning materials accessible without the internet connection. The first suggestion will provide a better setup for students, especially during this time. Students are unmotivated due to some factors. The beneficiaries of schools can adopt an educational system where education can take place beyond the classroom. A digital education that will make the students feel the same with the traditional teaching. The second suggestion, given the gadgets distributed to its beneficiary students, it will be helpful for every student that they can easily access that learning materials without the need of internet connection, given the fact about the internet connection in the Philippines. With this, students, especially unfortunate ones, will have not to worry about how they will continue the education given the circumstances. The two suggestions were made to consider the students' sentiments, especially those in the most vulnerable areas that do not have access to quality education. With this, nobody is left behind. It will help narrow the education gap among vulnerable people in the country, which is the main aim of this program, to provide equal education among boys and girls through digital education despite their status. For the last question, after going over the annual report of AC, is the document purely a financial accounting document or not? Why or why not? The annual report of Ayala Corporation is more than just a financial accounting record. It provides financial information as well as data on the company's operations. The risk and competitions linked with the business are included in the annual report. Each business unit's operations and company structure were indicated. They've also revealed their business unit's future plans and coping processes in the event of a COVID-19 pandemic, as well as strategies to mitigate potential risk. As a conclusion, the annual report isn't solely financial because it includes information that isn't monetary. The data and information discussed are based on the annual report of Ayala Corporation. Additional references are also used for better analysis on each questions given. That is all, and thank you for watching.